heavy. It's like Ken got her on fire.
Well, I think the first thing I'm going to do with this carburetor is replace these freaking rock hard fuel lines. Yeah, those. That's all for today. Man, beautiful day today. It's a shame I gotta spend most of it indoors.
72 hours later.
Back again after a couple of days. You can't see off camera is the battery I put in yesterday. Set that over there. Put the fuel hose on. And then I will prime this and see if it leaks fuel. Yeah. On these other TBI trucks, there's a couple relays up here. And this relay right here, here's one of them. The plastic broke. It's supposed to reside right here. Anyway, this is a fuel pump relay. There's a little pigtail that comes off it. This is a red wire with a female blade connector, shielded blade connector. And this is your test probe to power up your fuel pump. I take this wire, which I've got plugged into it, touch that off to the positive lead of the battery, the fuel pump will run. Now, what I've done in the past is I've wired this up with a toggle switch on the firewall so that I can turn the fuel pump on when I'm working under the hood to either drain the fuel tank without having to siphon fuel, or to just for testing purposes to make sure that I don't lose prime. red wire off the fuel pump relay. Deep into the cavernous realms of the 40-gallon gas tank. Whoops. See if I can get some fuel up to this carburetor now. Yeah, there we go. This is gonna suck. I don't know. Battery juice over here.
1 hour later.
All right, so I'm done with that thing. Excuse my French. I messed around with it, tried to get it running for half hour, 45 minutes or so, and I got it to chug a little bit, but it wouldn't stay running. Carburetor needs to be rebuilt. It leaking like, and this setup is really the fuel pump here. Let me back up. This is a fuel pressure regulator with a return. I ran that with the Edelbrock carburetor that is over in the dually right now. When it was in this vehicle, and it was set at, I think it's 6 pounds. I'm trying to multitask here and I'm not very good at it. That fuel pressure regulator, you have to have one of those if you're not running an Edelbrock carburetor, and that was set at 6 pounds, I think. Whatever the Edelbrock carburetor wanted to be set at, I think it was 6 pounds if memory serves me, which it doesn't, not always. But anyway, be right back. I couldn't get this thing to, I mean, it would try, but something's amiss. Either I got the cam out of phase, or I'm a tooth or two off on the distributor. Either way, I'm done. I'm done. I don't have time. I don't have the time or the funds to stick into that. And somebody commented, throw diesel in it. That'd freaking be awesome. I'd love nothing better to do than to get a 4BT and throw it. Anyone got one? I'd love to put a 4BT in that thing and turn that into a freaking, what, 30 miles per gallon diesel off-road machine. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but at least around these parts, they don't give those engines away. And I don't have $5 grand to throw into that piece of shit. The reason I say no 6BT is because a 6BT would really require more modifications that I'm willing to do. Either you gotta carve into the core support to move the radiator forward, or you need to cut into the firewall to move the engine back into the firewall. Engines are just too big. Anyway, a 4BT would be perfect. I don't need a bunch of horsepower, and you can crank those up to make, you know, a reasonable amount of horsepower, 300 I would imagine. But horsepower doesn't matter in a truck like this. Torque is what matters. But again, like I said, I don't have the $3,000 or $4,000 it's going to take to get a good running dependable 4BT, and then the adapters to adapt the transmission to it, and I just don't have the time to do all the, I just don't have the time or the money. I'd love to do it, but you guys aren't sharing these videos enough, and I'm not getting enough views. So, but at this point, I think all I'm going to do with this is clean it up a little bit and vacuum all the dirt out of it, and get all my crap out of it. I've got most of that out of there. You know, yesterday I was out here putting a battery in it, and I noticed those tires still got a reasonable amount of life left in them. They're Linglong Crosswinds. They weren't the cheapest tire on the market, but they're, you know, they're not Firestone. But these are good tires, and I think I paid about $100, about $100 a piece for these. It's about what they charge now. But 265/75 R16, they would go on the wheels that are on Big Greenie. If I were to do that, then I'd have to, you know, do something, either rebuild the engine or re-gear the thing, because that has two 35/70/16s in it, I think. Where is the thing? 235/70/16s. Them are quite a bit shorter. New, I think 235s are 28.5 inches. Those are 31 inches, I believe. So yeah, that's quite a bit difference. I'd have to re-gear that thing. It would not. It would have a hard time turning those tires. But you know, throw power to this thing, and it, the floats aren't holding the pressure back, and it's just flooding the thing. And I'm not sure about that HEI. That might be garbage. So I could always take the big block back out of the dually and put that in here, but that would require about a week that I ain't got to put into this thing. And what am I going to do with it then? I mean, it's not worth that much more with a running engine in it than it is without. Got most of the pieces here. Somebody else can mess with it. Oh, I need to keep this stuff though. 2-inch hitch hook. I'll keep that. Hate to see it go that way, but homie ain't got time for that. What do you think I should ask for it? Comment in the comment section. Sorry, Big Ugly, but you got to go. Sometimes you just gotta cut bait, man. You know, just like Clint Eastwood said, Dirty Harry, I say, every man's gotta know his limitations. I got more important things to do with my time than around with some old derelict square body truck. As much as it pains me to say that, I gotta move on. So next time you see this thing, maybe it'll be going down the road behind somebody else's truck, and I will be a happy man. because when I make these decisions, I don't look back and I don't have regrets. They're just objects. If it really comes down to it, I really got to have another Suburban, I'll get a newer one. If you're sad to see old Big Ugly go as much as I am, smash the like button and share it with your vast social media network. If you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and click the little bell icon right next to it so that YouTube will notify you next time I'm uploading a video. I keep looking at it. It's still as much of a piece of crap that thing is, it's still a good looking vehicle. It's ugly, but it's a handsome vehicle. That being said, that's all I got for today. Until next time, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry, and have a splendid day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay, bye.